Hello vinyl community, how is everyone? This is a video, it's an entry to Rockboy 680 James' contest. First of all, it's a 1,000 subscriber contest, and James, you well deserve it. Your videos are professionally done. You always have great opinions. You're articulate. You know what you're talking about. I don't always agree with you, but that's kind of a good thing, I think. So, well done. You deserve it, and congratulations. Now, his contest is pick a decade, the 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s, and show your 10 favorite albums from each year. So one album per year, and your video has to be less than 10 minutes long, so I have to hurry here. I made a couple rules myself. I decided I had to own the album, not a CD, and I had to own it. And I wasn't going to repeat any artists. So those are my own rules in doing this. And I'm sorry it's taken me so long to make this video, but I've actually been thinking about this for weeks. I've done a list for each of the decades. And I finally settled on doing the 70s. So I'm going to do the 70s, and a lot of people are going to think I'm nuts. And there's one or two in here that I had tough times with a couple of years. And by the way, in the background is one of my alternates. But I'm not going to show my alternates. So anyway, we got to hurry, so here we go. 1970, for me this was a no-brainer. Emmett Rhodes, his first solo album after leaving the merry-go-round. This is, every Beatle fan should have this album. It's a must-have. It's got With Your Face on the Floor, which is just a dynamite song. She's Such a Beauty is just such a Paul McCartney song that it's unbelievable. You Must Have Lullaby is fantastic. The single Fresh as a Daisy is really good. You Should Be Ashamed. Somebody Made for Me. You Took the Dark Now of the Night. Ever Find Yourself Running. Live Till You Die. Oh my God, what a great song. Fantastic. Number 10, Emmett Rhodes. Number 9, I had to pick a McCartney album in here, and I picked Ram. This is probably my second favorite McCartney album, and not my favorite. But because I didn't want to duplicate years or anything, I picked Ram for 1971. Of course, Uncle Albert, Albert Halsey, Smile Away. Backseat of My Car is on this album. Heart of the Country. Just a really good Paul and Linda McCartney album. And this is a deluxe 2-record set that came out last year or the year before, whenever it was. And it has A Love for You on it, which is absolutely one of my favorite McCartney songs. So, Ram is 1971. 1972, anybody that knows me won't be surprised by this at all. Big Star's first record, number 1 record. Alex Chilton, Chris Bell, just Jody Stevens, just a fantastic album. Feel, The Ballad of Al Goody. There's not a bad song on here. In the Street, 13. 13 is the most heartbreaking song I've ever heard in my life. Don't Lie to Me. When My Baby's Beside Me. My Life is Right. Give Me Another Chance. Watch the Sunrise. Fantastic album. Anybody that likes power pop at all, or is a Beatle fan, or any of that kind of stuff, you gotta check this album out. This is a reissue on white vinyl on Big Beat Records. 1973, I had a hard time with. Finally, I just picked one of the best-selling albums of all time, Dark Side of the Moon. It's fantastic from cover to cover. It's not the kind of thing I normally actually listen to all that much, but had to pick Dark Side of the Moon. It's got Money, Us and Them on it. I mean, it's one of the best-selling records of all time, so of course, great album. 1973, Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. An obvious choice, really. Out of left field comes Badfinger, Wish You Were Here from 1974. I think, hands down, this is their best album. It went pretty much straight to the budget bins as they were arguing with Warner Brothers, the record company. But just a fantastic, just pop record. Just a Chance, You're So Fine, Gotta Get Out of Here, No One Knows, Dennis, In the Meantime, Some Other Time, Love Time, King of the Road, Meanwhile Back at the Ranch, Should I Smoke? Every one of these is a fantastic song. They all should have been singles and hits. Just great, great album. This was a no-brainer from 74 for me too. 75 I struggled with a little bit and finally picked Bruce Springsteen's Born to Run. It's probably his best album, and it's got Born to Run, 10th Avenue Freeze Out, Thunder Road, Night, Backstreet, She's the One, Jungle Land. Just a great rock album. And again, you're not really a rock fan if you don't own this, I think. But anyway, 76, this was a no-brainer for me. First album by the Ramones. This is a reissue. I haven't even opened my reissue yet. But just seminal New York City punk. Just flies right at you, right in your face, right by you. Punk pop. Blitzkrieg Bop's on here. Beat on the Brat is on here. Judy is a Punk. I Want to Be Your Boyfriend. Just the first 4 songs is enough just to say, hey, this is a fantastic album. 1976, The Ramones. In the same vein, 1977, I had to. Nevermind the Bullocks, here's the Sex Pistols. This could be the only ever overproduced punk album, but it's fantastic. There's the set list. Every one of these songs is just a gem. Sex Pistols' one and only album, and again, if you like punk, it's dated now maybe, but Chris Thomas produced the heck out of this thing, and it's a seminal album. 1977, Nevermind the Bullocks. An album I showed not very long ago, Tony O'Kay, Life in the Food Chain, 1978. A rock album with definitely a punk attitude. It's got like 30 people playing on this album. There's this tracks on it. Every one of them is fantastic, especially Hatred. Hatred is just what Life in the Food Chain, The Funky Western Civilization, Willie the Pigman, American Love Affair, How Come I Can't See You in My Mirror, song about vampires, come on, A Lover's Plea, Hatred, just fantastic record. Everyone should own this. And lastly, 1979. A lot of people are going to, well, you're kidding me, right? But this is, I think, the best album by this band, and I love it. It's Blondie's Eat to the Beat. I think it blows everything else they ever did away. It's power pop punk, this album. The only song I really don't care for on it is Victor. Everything else is just a fantastic. Dreaming. There's 4 singles from this album. Dreaming, The Hardest Part, Slow Motion, Atomic, Die Young Stay Pretty might even been a single too, and Union City Blues should have been and was later. Just a fantastic record. Blondie, Debbie Harry, Chris Stein, and the boys Eat to the Beat. There you go. My list of my favorite songs, albums from each year of the 70s. Once again, congratulations. You definitely deserve it. And keep up the good work. And hope everybody out there is well. And there you go. There's my entry. Take care.